very special episode is dedicated to all the fans of Bible Answers. Oh yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the final episode of Bible Answers, episode 38, stop watching this now.
Turn it off. You've been warned.
You've been warned. John gets shot. Okay, so...
you called spoilers, but you gotta call spoilers before that.
Welcome everybody.
It's like...
we're meshing, it's a mashup.
Yes, if you're a Bible Answers fan and you've never checked out our podcast, this is kind of how we do our podcast. Vodcast.
To be more specific.
Yeah.
More Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, what are we drinking?
We are all drinking beer 30 ice.
Beer 30.
This was impromptu, and we needed some beer.
Yep.
Yes.
We have just finished recording the sound, the audio for
everything we
everything's
needed.
done.
Everything we needed for the final the final episode of Bible Answers.
We just wrapped up Bible
Yep.
Answers, so now all that's left is to edit it and get it online. Of course, you're watching this after that's already been done. So
Right.
today, moments ago, we just finished Bible Answers episode 38.
It's over.
So this will be solely about
Bible Answers.
Right, as you can see, we have the table decorated in a Bible
in
Answers
a set fashion.
This is the
cloth.
nice purple cloth that
That's-
John had on his table.
It's very nice.
As you can see, it's all frayed and yeah, I didn't
Horrible.
care.
Well, that was many years of work and toil that
1 year.
caused
This
us.
was just from season 3.
I realize that, but I'm trying to make us sound better.
No, they're gonna be like that wasn't in the other season.
Yeah, we'll have the hardcore.
Our big fan, ooh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So when did this all start?
Bible Answers. Yes, it was May 24th.
It's got on your watch.
May,
On my watch.
May 24th, 1909.
No, we are immortal. We didn't tell you that, and
We're all Highlanders.
now our secret's out. So
It was May 24th, 2009. But is when the first episode hit Facebook.
YouTube.
Or YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube.
Facebook was
Was it before?
We were on MySpace.
No, Facebook was there,
We were on
but
MySpace.
you could only get to it if you were in a college. You had to
Oh.
use your college email address because that's how it started. YouTube was there.
2009?
Yes, YouTube was there, and MySpace was there. But you had the original Coast to Coast.
We did have a MySpace.
We had a wicked MySpace. With
It's actually still there.
yeah, if you want to go to it, it's myspace.com/coast to coast.
Probably.
Fucking leave a comment on our MySpace page.
Nobody
Have some
checks
fun.
it. We don't
Yeah.
check it anymore. It's
I'll
meant to
check
us.
it. I'll check it. I want you guys
I think
to
we have
leave
like
some
two
comments.
different weird ones.
All
Like,
right. So we're talking about the origin of Bible Answers, and I think Jesse should discuss.
Yes.
Jesse should talk about the start of Bible Answers.
Well, I think it was just an idea. I wanted to make some stupid, silly video. I proposed it to Nick about just filming something dumb and funny. I was thinking about playing someone that was a lot like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons, obviously, and I thought about a mustache too and everything, but I think I had weird ideas about maybe interviewing people or maybe... I had thought about wearing like a different T-shirt each day with like, or each episode if we were gonna do like more. But I think of a lot of crazy ideas that
Your idea
don't
was
make
that
sense.
Your original plan
was that I was going to be following you around with a camera, and you were going to be outside,
Yeah, and it's like talking to
Walking
people,
talking to real people.
real people, or like
Well,
actors.
I wasn't sure on that yet exactly.
I thought you meant real people. This is why I was like, this is a terrible idea. So what I did was I was like, you know how we could do this is if we have you sitting in a room and you're taking phone calls, and then we'll just fake that the voice comes through.
And it seemed a lot easier that way because you didn't have to find the people. We could just make different voices.
Or you didn't have to approach strangers on the street and ask them questions about the Bible.
Get in trouble with the law.
Yeah.
Anything like
Well,
that.
not only that, but we wouldn't have. Well, especially you wouldn't have been able to like really come up with.
Right.
The show would have sucked, basically.
Yeah, it would have struggled for sure. Yeah, it's like how to make it interesting to even watch. I don't know.
So so I heard your idea, and immediately transformed it into what we know, and that was the only moment where Bible Answers was your show, and it didn't have a title.
Mm-hmm. We winged it all.
Yeah, and then it just became mine. I was like, how about, I like that you think, but how about we do this, which is what it became, where you sat and you had a public access show and pretended that you took phone calls. And because I knew in my head I was going to be doing all the editing. I was like, well, it'll be easier to add voices later. It'll be easier to give you lines to say that we can cut in. And then when we did the first episode, which was really going to be the only video, there was no script.
And I just kind of, like, you were like, hey, we're filming this thing in Jesse's room. That was
my brother's room, actually.
Okay, the first episode is Jesse's brother's room.
First 5 episodes.
Oh, okay.
And the house was under construction at that time, I believe.
Yeah, it was. And you're like, we're doing this thing. If you just want to show up, then you can show up. And I showed up. I had no idea what was going on.
You weren't there the first episode.
Yes, I was.
You were?
I threw the beer can.
No, that was episode 2.
Damn it. Was it really?
Now, yes. First episode was just me and you. We were just in your brother's room and literally came up with everything. We're like, well, what's the guy's name? And I was just being really generic. John Matthews, from the Gospels.
Two different
John and Matthew. And
spelled differently though.
Matthews is spelled differently. And I don't even. Well, yeah, I came up with the name. We came up with the name Bible Answers on the spot. I was just real generic about everything. I was like Bible Answers, which is what works out perfect because those shows would be real generic.
Right.
Sure.
And then the first, we just came up with the questions on the spot.
Yeah, things that we actually, mainly stuff that you thought were interesting questions
like
to pose.
The Noah's Ark question was one I've had since I was a kid, so that was the first call.
I was just wondering, how did Noah collect 2 of every animals on Earth in the allotted amount of time he was given in the story?
When I was a kid, I wondered, well, how come? I actually asked my mom, were Adam and Eve, were they cavemen? Because it's like we have cavemen, so what were Adam and Eve? So that. And we still didn't even, as we were coming up with what you're going to say and what the callers are going to say, we didn't even write it down. We just recorded all your parts. We're like, okay, and then we recorded the caller parts. And all the callers in the first episode is just me and you. I'm the first guy, the only guy who got a name. My name Michael?
Yeah. How do you know if there's an angel named Michael?
Yeah, I've heard. And then the pranksters. You came up with the question. You came up with the idea that somebody was going to be pranking him, and then the question was, did Jesus have boobs?
I came up with that?
You came up with the question, and then I heard the question, and I came up with the answer.
Hi. My question...
Dude,
shut up. My question is, does Jesus have boobs?
I have a terrible memory.
That's how I threw in the what?
It's not even true. I mean,
what is in these brownies?
It's just when I'm an old man, I'm going to be totally senile and
you won't know anything. And then I came up with
I'm making
tying
videos.
in the whole who was the boob?
Judas.
Judas. Yeah, tying in the Judas. So then, therefore, Jesus had a boob.
Right.
So
So I actually came in on. I thought I came in on the first one. So I actually came in on the second one, and I was just sitting there. I had no idea what was going on.
Were we gonna make him a character?
No. Well, we didn't know. We were.
No, there was mention of Darren, but Darren was always just going to be
nothing.
Off camera. There was going to never be a line or anything. And then I think we were sitting around, and he said something. I'm like, well, what if I threw a beer can at him?
Yeah. Yeah, because that was the one where you're like, are we screening these calls, Darren?
Are we screening these calls, Darren?
I should mention, if anything, I got the idea to name Darren from Tim and Eric episode, and there was Patton Oswalt yelled off screen to a character. He just kept saying, Darren! 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 And so I just thought that was a funny name. So
it is a funny name.
So anybody named Darren.
Darren!
Your name is hilarious.
For some reason it got me.
But yeah, that's what I remember. Sitting in a room, I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm like, I was just really watching you guys film, and then I was like, well, I think he's gonna throw a beer can at him. And
thus, what should happen.
And thus, Darren.
And that became something.
Born.
That became something later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So episode 2, I believe, is the first. I think you do say Darren.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah.
We never hear from Darren.
No, he doesn't start talking.
That slowly started getting.
We just brought up the idea that there's someone else that's there.
Like as the episodes went, they literally were just getting wrote week after week. I mean, there was no big plan. The first episode was supposed to be a standalone video, and we were going to upload it and think, hee, we're such pranksters.
Yeah.
You know, putting this what looks like a real Bible video online.
Shot on a actual VHS camcorder.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to use a capture device with a VCR.
We also thought, putting videos on YouTube means that you'd be famous.
Yeah. YouTube was kind of in its infancy at that point.
I actually wasn't into the idea of YouTube. I thought,
right.
Why don't we just put it on our MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace is going to last forever.
Everyone's all about the MySpace.
And Facebook was still for old people at the time.
No, Facebook wasn't for old people. Facebook started out... No, Facebook became about old people like a year ago. Facebook was for college students. You had to have a college email address.
This must see current events with B.
No.
We're not here to talk about that. God! So moving on, we came up with. So it was just supposed to be that one episode,
right?
And then we thought, this is funny. Let's do some more. So we did a second episode, and then if you notice, the third episode is the first episode that actually says episode 3 on the title screen.
Was that still the first 5 were it?
They were at
the Larsh Res. Oh,
it's okay.
Everybody knows his last name.
Oh, okay, sorry. at the Larsh residence.
How many guys?
Located at.
That's where.
Don't try to kill me. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was super secret.
So
I thought for some reason I was just like, we haven't given out our last names.
Yes.
We all have.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
At some point though, then we transferred over to your apartment.
Right.
After episode 5, then it was starting to get. Your parents were starting to get too interested in what we were doing.
Yeah,
and they're super Christian.
Yeah.
They were getting offended by what we were doing.
At first it was just fun, like wait, then eventually, okay, we understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, you're assholes.
Questioning the Bible?
So
okay.
season
get out.
And then so the whole story was that a tornado came through and annihilated the place. Yeah. And I went to damn, I don't think I have it anymore, but I went to so from episode 6 and on was shot against this wall
behind me.
And I went to Goodwill and picked up.
We both would.
Yeah.
They held hands.
Did some shopping together as a
we
couple.
Picked up that the chair that he sat in for season 1 was that big white
and the
chair,
table, right?
The table. I still have the table, although I really want to get rid of it. The lamp, and also the cross that was on the wall, and this Bible.
The NIV.
Yes, the NIV. We picked up this specific Bible. I've got a lot of great highlights in this Bible. That's my official research Bible. And I remember when
it's dusty.
Yeah, it's a little dusty. I remember when it's been a while since we actually filmed your parts for episode 38. I remember when I bought the Bible and the cross. There was some couple old ladies in front of me, and I'm holding this Bible and cross, and they're just kind of looking like, "Oh, that's wonderful! Oh, that's so wonderful!" And one of them kind of looked over at me, and I was just like, "Oh no, I'm hunting Dracula." It's got nothing to do with
old woman's fangs comes out.
Ah!
She runs
away.
I
love Jesus.
I was just kidding.
That was about a $35 set.
Yeah,
and we still used the VHS camera.
Where did for the whole first season?
But
for season 1.
Yeah, we did. God, that looks terrible. You go back and you look at it, and it looks terrible. But I think that adds to the charm of
that was the idea at least to make it seem like it was real.
And see, but the thing I couldn't figure out is at that time we put it on YouTube, it looked like shit. But I'd check and I'd be like, wait a second, we're getting followers. People are watching this show. Why are people watching this show? I don't get it.
Originally, since it was just going to be the one video, we wanted it to look as legit as possible,
right?
And to just fuck with people. That's all. It was just supposed to. Now, by season 3, I put that warning in the beginning, because I was sick of Christians flipping balls on us. But they would do it episode after episode. So
I think we're all going to hell at least 3,000 times because we got so many fucking. Did we ever get death threats or just? I don't know. Really fucking angry Christians.
It didn't really.
Nothing legit.
Did season 1 have a lot of that though?
Season 1 had a bunch.
Yeah.
And a bunch of shit that made no sense.
We're just testing God.
Yeah, we got a lot of that.
Donkey punch and all that. And
one guy told us he hopes we get. Well, I assume they meant that they thought they were talking to you. One guy said he hopes you get donkey punched in the face and in the mouth, that's
not a donkey punch.
That's a fist to the back of the head, about the neck, not the face, right?
Yeah, no, he's an idiot.
We worked in all these funny, like, people making fun of us. We worked them into calls.
Right.
We worked them into making fun of them.
Yeah,
with,
that's why John had a caller that said, "I hope you get donkey punched in the mouth."
And that was also the tools for Jesus that you created for a while to like get back at people. That
season 1 and 2, John had his tools for Jesus list, and that the people on that list were YouTube pages
bashed us
of people that were like, "You're going to hell.
We're going to watch your video and say terrible things about your video."
What about Coom Gooters?
Coom Gooters.
Coom Gooters.
Let's explain that.
That would have been a joke, but we kept it inside.
Well,
pretty much.
Now that we brought it up, it was the AskJohnMatthews@yahoo.com really did get one question once, and it actually was featured in Bible Answers Season 1, the one time he answered one of those questions. And the guy's name was, his email name was Cumgutters41 or 69 or something. Cumgutters.
Cumgutters.
So we made a joke that maybe that name would be on there and John would read it as Coomgooters.
Right.
It's like, oh, he must be foreign.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Coomgooters, to answer your question...
No. Wasn't he also like
a very dirty man?
Yeah, we were like, all right, this guy Cumgutters is watching our stuff, and then we went to his we went to his page, and
YouTube
it was just evil.
Which we did make a reference to.
Yeah,
Bible Answers
I'll explain that before we go to the next segment. Shut up. The Coomgooters. I don't remember what his YouTube page was, but all it was he had. All it was favorited videos of these like little teenage boys, real skinny little 12-year-old boys that would give themselves wedgies, and then people would request them to do perverted things like take a shower in your underwear and give yourself wedgies, or pee your underwear,
or poop
your underwear, and give yourself like these were real. These were all these videos that he liked. They were called. The videos were named Wedgie Dares, and I doubt that still exists.
And if it does, let us know.
Right. They can't still be on YouTube.
He's there.
Anyway, so
we made a call episode, or a call for an episode where
season 2, the guy that had to gouge his eye out was based off of Coomgooters. It's like, I like to watch and masturbate to internet videos of skinny little boys in their underwear, giving themselves wedgies and pooping their pants.
Okay, what is up with my collars today?
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That was our first fan.
No, that was our first fan that wrote.
What does that say? What does that say?
Well, we have another story for that could go in the next part of the Bible this episode,
this video
about we ended up on. Oh no, that was more like porn. Never mind. Sorry, I was thinking something
we already
else.
told that story.
I was thinking something else. Bible Answers never ended up on
throwing some
like that.
Weird porn stuff. And
so, anyways, the alarm went off.
Yeah,
and so we're gonna move into the second segment, which is show and tell. Okay, guys, you ready?
Yeah.
Special shout out to Casey's General Store for delivering some amazing sausage breakfast pizza at 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we've done this several times.
It's eating with Coast to Coast.
We've just never filmed it because we're too ashamed.
It seems to be one of our
This is our fatty snack of choice whenever we do our Drinking with Coast to Coast show.
Because it's greasy, it's sausage, and it's fucking delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Next segment.
Show and tell.
What do you
Alright,
show?
so we talked a lot about season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And one item from season 1 is the original Jesus picture that Jesse printed out on a crappy printer.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody ever noticed on the show, it was signed. It says, "Stay sweet, Jay."
Jay.
I'm staying sweet, like always.
We thought that would be a funny little joke.
People would wonder about it, and maybe...
It's season, and how did he get it signed? Season 1, you really couldn't make it out.
No.
Season 2 a little bit, but
Oh.
No.
Gonna eat that. So, so that's one fine item. Another item, also from season 1.
The original.
The Billy's picture,
Now,
framed.
You and I both went on this a little bit together when we made it.
Yeah, Jesse drew the outline of Jesus, and then
Where did the pot of gold come in?
I think you might have come up with that.
Yeah,
I told you to
if
do
I
the
remember
sixth. I told you to put the 6th finger, and then you and I both colored on it. We just grabbed crayons.
So, did I possibly suggest the pot of gold?
I think you may have. I think you may have.
Pot of gold.
Pot of gold. The hell would you need a pot of gold for? No. That's
And
that.
that actually came with
The frame.
Oh, with the...
They come with the frame. No,
No.
picture, a reproduction of the picture, a print of the
Oh,
picture
I
came
thought
with.
you were talking about the frame. I was going to say the frame actually came with the certificate of award that we gave you for being a big fan.
Right. No, but
Another
that came with
episode.
the actual.
If you
there it is
this does exist. Bible Answers Season 1 on DVD.
on DVD.
It's got a cool synopsis and everything on the back. The controversial Bible call-in show that angers Christians and brings joy to the hearts of atheists is now yours to enjoy. All 13 episodes of Bible Answers Season 1 are here with outtakes and bonus features. Have a laugh as mega Christian John Matthews, Jesse Larsh, dodges questions about Bible flaws and attempts to use the Bible in order to solve real-life problems. If all else fails, he'll just hang up on them and say, "Next caller."
We did sell this at a local store for
At
a
a record
while.
store, but then
The Shandy's, if you saw, we did a Shandy's
If you got the
commercial,
DVD, it
that
came
was
with
got
the-
the DVD. It came with a reproduction, a print of the Jesus Rocks photo by
Very few
Billy.
people have this.
Yeah, and the DVDs looked really cool.
We're very proud of this. We were like, we have just hit the big time. we have a light
bajillion.
We have a light scribe DVD.
We thought making
Burner.
the DVDs was going to be the
hit.
way to go, but no, you assholes only want to watch it on YouTube. You're like,
For free!
yeah, why?
Extra videos.
One guy even commented, because we made a video saying you can buy these on DVD, and one guy was even like, well, I've got a Real Player, I can just download it. Well, you know what? Fuck you, okay? There's extra shit on the DVD.
It really is.
Yeah.
Commentary.
I don't know
Bloopers.
about. We do have some copies still left over. If anybody
you wanna buy 'em.
if anybody wants to buy them, but honestly, we stopped the whole idea of producing these DVDs because
We did do a contest on Facebook not too long ago, where we gave a copy away to somebody.
Right.
But now,
Joe Mancini won that.
let's discuss Bible Answers Season 2,
Oh yeah.
which also has a DVD, and I particularly love this one. It says, "Hate the Bible? So do we." The reason why I had to put that is when we did have this in a store,
People thought it was really a Christian DVD.
yeah, they wouldn't buy it because of that. And I was like, well, really? Because the back says the Bible is true because the Bible says so. And they're like, yeah, they don't see how that's not really a Christian DVD. I'm like, what? So this one is dramatically different. On the back, we got awesome picture of all the characters. And it says, retards will believe in Christianity. Put away those science books and drop out of grade school. It's time to learn from the Bible. Did you know that according to the Bible, sex with animals is bad? Good thing it says so. But don't worry, you can still rape women, abuse children, and own slaves. You'll learn that and more things. Christians don't want you to know. As the anti-Christian satire returns with a new season. John Matthews, Darren, and Pastor Green are back with a new friend that's crazier than the rest of them. Get ready to be reminded what a worthless sinner you are. It's Bible Answers Season 2.
We talk about crazy friends. Pastor Green came up in Season 1 and also in Season 2.
Oh, yeah?
Where did you come up with him?
Pastor Green. Well, the whole point of Pastor Green was just to... Because John could never answer a question.
Mm-hmm.
So Pastor Green was supposed to come on the show and actually answer a question. Somehow, I thought that would strike people as funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it did, but he still ended up evolving into like an idiot, and
pedophile.
/pedophile. To the van. In Season 1 and 2, mostly Season 1,
He was a bit more tame.
There was nothing about him being a pedophile,
No.
but off camera, we always joked about him being a pedophile. In Season 2, I think we started to
explore that a little bit.
at the end when he died from a pedophile joke. And one of the videos that they did, the background was like a swing set, which just made no fucking sense.
So the one thing about Pastor Green dies in Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that you can't see because of kind of the crappy quality, was that my video camera that we used? Kind of the crappy quality is we set this whole thing up. Pastor Green was going to die. He's in a gown. He has face toupee. We're having a lot of fucking eyebrow wigs and face toupee.
That wheelchair was a great buy. I was looking for crutches that one day, and I found a wheelchair. I'm like,
mine
at Goodwill. That was amazing.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Yeah.
We were having a lot of fun with it. There's some outtakes that you'll probably never see where...
Unless you get the DVDs.
Did you put that on there where you had the tubes in your nose?
I do have it on in the
right,
show.
but there was one part where I don't think anyone was filming. We were outside. I was smoking a cigarette, and he was doing Pastor Green, and he kept doing the line, so I grabbed the end of the thing that went into his nose and fucking blew smoke into it and actually traveled all the way up and into his nose.
I forgot about that. That sucked.
before the final take. I didn't think it was going to work, and it worked brilliantly. But the one thing that I really wish that... It turns out,
air is meant to travel.
Yeah, but I didn't think I had enough strength in my lungs to actually blow that all the way through fucking up into, like it came through and up into your nostrils.
Wow. I must have been like in the bathroom.
Yeah, I think you were. And I know when we came back when we came back and we filmed it, the one thing I really wish that would have showed up a little better is Jesse had some leftover blood capsules from Halloween. And if you haven't noticed this, Pastor Green actually coughs up blood.
Episode 24.
Right, and the thing is I knew it was coming, but I'm so freaked out personally by the sight of other people's blood, even though I knew it was capsules, that I actually started to gag and heave and almost threw up. And you can't hear that because there's a cut.
I think I do remember.
Like I had to go outside because I was gagging.
Actually, at the end of episode 24, we extended that clip where I go spit out the blood capsules, and then we all start laughing, and then you hear him.
I totally remember that.
Yeah, I can't. Even though I knew it was fake, I can't stand the sight of other people's fake blood.
Another great show and tell item. This is from Season 3. When actually it was in Season 2. This was the framed picture of Pastor Green Season 2. If anybody has ever noticed, I never got a comment. There's a lipstick kiss on that picture. Did you notice?
Continuing the, like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, right. Now, this stain is from when Darren spit beer in the beginning of Season 3. Actually, it was me. I spit water all over Jesse, and it ruined the picture. So
we didn't know this was going to happen.
That's where the picture gag came from. We
actually went through the frame.
Yeah,
And we started to notice it during the next take.
Yeah, we're like, oh crap, it doesn't. Yeah, we had to reach.
Let's work that into the show.
And that's where the picture gag came from, where Darren had to replace the Pastor Green picture, and he dicked around for a while. And at one point, he replaced it with this.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so we assumed Darren was feeling particularly artsy, so he made it black and white, but actually I was just out of colored ink. So that's how we did that.
You know, I should also mention now that's on there. Killian was a friend of mine, and
Killian, who played Adam.
he played Adam, and we managed to bring him in. We had another guy lined up to play the character Adam. His name was actually Adam, but he somehow was an ass, so we didn't use him, and I just named him after him. We just called him Adam anyways. And ended, I don't know what the idea was to bring a new guy in, but I think it just seemed like organically it made sense to add some other element.
When we were discussing season 2 before season 2 was real, we went through a few ideas of whenever there's a sequel, there's got to be more.
Sure.
So
Or the same thing.
one idea was John's twin.
Yeah, that's right.
John was going to have a twin brother.
At one point.
But they were going to both still be Christian, but oppose each other because
Different Christian ideas.
Yeah, Christians can't agree with each other. That's why there's
That's why
different.
they judge each other.
That's why there's
They're more
different types of
Christian than you
Christianity.
are.
There's different. There's the Pentecostal and Catholic and
Lutheran.
and all those different.
Yep.
You stupid fucks! Ever notice that the one
Easy.
word of God?
Easy, sir.
Sorry. They're not watching this. But yeah, so that was an idea to bring a character like that in, and then we thought, well, maybe he'll just be another mega Christian character, and
It turned out being a lot like a crossbreed between John and Pastor Green.
Yeah.
because he was fat.
He wore glasses like Pastor Green, but he did hair like John.
Except poofy as hell.
Yeah, God, that kid had some awesome hair.
More annoying than John. With his weird
Hi, bitch boy!
That character was never supposed to be like that until Killian played him.
Right.
Because I think just somehow knowing Killian, I knew he could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that annoying voice and annoyingness that he could do, I knew that's how that character became that annoying little motherfucker.
To this day, those are still some of my favorite episodes from season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just ones where he shows up on and arguing and pissing John off and bickering
Mr. Matthews!
bickering with Darren.
Mr. Matthews!
What?
Can I use the bathroom? Don't worry! They can't see me!
It's okay, Mr. Matthews. They can't see me.
Yeah, those were some
Darren said he was
gags.
going to rape my
My
mother! Darren, did you say that?
Yeah.
Darren!
No.
Well, see, he didn't.
Unless he never Darren's drinking.
No. Darren, are you drinking?
John
No.
is oddly loyal to
Darren.
And that added a new element to season 2, just kind of the character interaction.
That was a cool thing for character development and story with it. He somehow pushes Darren aside slightly.
Right. And Darren gets a little angry about it.
Yeah. Which is
Then
an odd attachment that Darren has to the show.
Right.
Yeah. Why does Darren keep coming? Yeah, whatever. Probably needs the cash. I don't think he.
But I liked the character development that season 2 brought. In season 1, we got to know the characters, but then in season 2, we really developed the characters, and that's what made me really fall in love with them. And I thought season 2 alone was a masterpiece.
It was fantastic.
I loved it. You could only watch season 2, and it would just be perfect.
Right.
And that's what made me want to do a season 3, even though we said we would never do another season because I was running out of ideas. Was I wanted to see the characters again, and boy, we exploded with the character interaction in season 3, like with Terry Buckheimer.
We took a while to get into season 3, actually.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
It took a while for me to get back in character too.
But see, and the thing was with that 3 years when we started filming again, because it's not that I hated filming Bible Answers, it's just I had other shit to do.
We all did, really.
And it was just like when we started back up again, it didn't seem like it'd been 3 years since we'd filmed an episode of Bible Answers.
It really, oddly enough, it takes some work to make stuff.
It makes Actually,
we
takes
had
a lot of
Go
work.
shorts that we had put up before, and we had other things, and we just like
But
had
yeah,
our own lives to just.
It
live.
didn't seem like it took. It was
No,
that long.
it did not at all.
It could happen again. I
It's
mean,
like we just picked right back up.
we have
Right.
stuff to do. You know?
Yeah, we're not really a company.
We're just a group
We
of
don't-
friends that
we don't
each other
make
laugh,
money
we have
doing this
fun.
stuff.
No,
I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome the amount of fans that Bible Answers has, and the potential for more fans that it still has.
We're still getting a whole bunch just for people that love Bible Answers.
And Bible Answers is altogether like 6 hours or almost 6 hours.
Mhm.
That's a lot. That's a lot
Yeah.
of shit. That's a lot of Bible Answers. I mean, I love it, but we're
enjoy
talking
it.
about season 2.
Sure.
Yes.
So
It is still a show and tell segment too.
yes,
Yeah.
so there's some more goodies. So we talked about how the picture gag was accidental, but then by season 3 we were really good at turning stuff into stories because season 2 had a great story arc with Pastor Green being super thin, because I did a good job at losing weight once.
Yep.
And we worked that into he was dying, which is so funny. Eventually, the picture gag turned into this.
Miss Puss Puss.
Shut up
Mrs.
season 3.
Mrs. Pussballs. Yeah, that's season 3. But you know, I have the picture.
That's my cat.
But the best item really
It's broken.
is
Why?
It's
It's in a
just-
million pieces.
is the phone machine.
Aha!
John Matthews' phone
Bible
machine.
Answers,
At
what's
one
your
point-
question?
At one point,
And you
could
got
have
it all
been
greasy.
called.
Nice.
Oh.
It would have been possibly
no,
called
just
the
wipe the
Bibletron
dust off.
5000.
Bibletron 5000.
We had
Here,
debated on
just
that.
wipe the
Here-
dust.
here-
Wipe the dust off.
Shut up. It's this phone machine was in season 2. Well, it's just an answering machine, but in season 2 it was its original white color. It even still said like play, record, stop. Every once in a while in the episodes I would attempt to blur those out. There was a logo up here and a logo up here, and I put like pieces of tape to cover them. And really cheesy bad. For season 3, I just thought it would be so hilarious if it was gold, had these dumbass tassels.
Nice.
I took them out and painted them, and you know the back side you could still see the white because obviously I didn't care. This is not a functional machine anymore. I ripped some crap out of it. The only thing that's inside of it is enough to keep it solid.
Sure.
In season 2, it was a functional answering machine.
From Goodwill. Thank you.
For
Dan.
another thing from Goodwill. Now, actually, it was unopened. And it was like,
Brand
I think
new.
the date on it was like 99. Like,
Also-
who had an unopened answering
Well,
machine?
see, that's the funny thing about the answering machine and a lot of our props where we got them. We got them from Goodwill, which is a Christian organization. Who, we're all broke. We don't have enough money to buy props. It's like, let's fucking go to Goodwill and make an atheist show.
Yeah.
Well, this came from Walmart, the purple.
Oh,
sheet.
well,
We got to
yeah,
step it up
and-
a little bit.
And
in
yeah, we had to
season
go.
three.
We had a little bit of money, so we went to Walmart.
And now we're broke again.
After that, we're still paying off the purple sheet.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It was only $1.67.
Trying to think of anything else from season 2 that we could talk about.
Well, we did those photos.
that was
my
season
house.
1.
Was it season 1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these photos.
We had a great photo shoot
There are a lot
in
they
my
had a lot of
yard. We have a
fun.
big yard where I live, and
And that was, and season 1 was where
It's a
the
lot of fun.
idea of a Darren spinoff came from.
Yeah, we had a
We
Darren
talked-
spin-off idea.
Quickly about that, I think I have.
what ideas that?
Oh,
yeah,
one
never
quick
happened.
thing about these photos. If you get the Bible Answer Season 1 DVD, these and all the other photos in that shoot are used as the menu screens.
Yeah.
And the Darren show was kind of an idea that I wrote 2 episodes of, which is supposed to be like a 15 maybe episode
Well, it was a
mini series.
Yeah.
kind
it
of
was
thing.
it was an idea that I came up with while Jesse and I were hanging out, and then I came up with the season layout,
Mhm.
what problems and obstacles would happen, and then got with you, talked to you about it, and then you wrote it.
Right.
I think you wrote the whole damn thing,
The idea was
no, I think I wrote about half of it.
but it was
So,
like a
it was
a Darren.
a prequel.
A prequel.
To
It was going to
getting the Bible answer.
It was gonna, and at the end of the Darren show, which was gonna be like a sitcom of Darren's wacky adventures.
the idea
About
was like,
15 minutes apiece.
The whole idea of why is this guy working on Bible
Right.
answers?
The whole thing was his friend Jimmy, Jimmy's famous
Which
special brownies.
We do mention him a few times.
Jimmy came up with a new drug that was amazing,
Yep.
and he just needed money to fund to get the drug industry started.
Right.
So the whole thing is Darren and wacky
adventures,
schemes to make money, and then
Battle Cats.
Yeah, there was the idea of we're making battle cats.
Battle Cats was my favorite.
They make
one.
armor for cats.
Which is just tinfoil
kittens dressed in tinfoil.
for elderly people.
And then it was all supposed to end up the last episode.
Wasn't there a mob thing involved too?
The Red
There were
Bandana
guys
Gang.
stuck in the trunk.
the red bandana.
Oh, we're gonna link it in. Yeah.
The Red Bandana Gang was involved. Red Bandana Gang
Briefly
was at the end of season 1 of Bible Answers. The guy
Edmund Jean,
the guy in the red bandana.
Yeah, most people probably wouldn't pick up on that.
No.
If you were
No. You'd have to go back and check all. You'd have to be a serious Bible Answers
Or
fan.
know us.
sick
Yeah.
Bible Answers fan,
But
demented.
the show was supposed to end where Darren ended up at the public access station, and he had just like robbed the cameraman or something, and
I want to say it was the guy. Wasn't
the
guy dies or something, right? Or,
the cameraman somehow in the story dies. I think he ends up accidentally.
Taking the place.
Darren accidentally kidnaps him, and that's how
Right.
the mob gets involved with the red bandana. And then he finds out where the guy. I don't know. Somehow,
In other words, there's a whole other world besides Bible Answers that
We've
leads
developed
up to
weird
Bible Answers.
stories that you will never
somehow Darren ends up at the public access station right when John walks
so
in.
like, oh, you must be the new camera guy,
right, and
Yep.
he's like, yeah, and then that's how he became the cameraman.
We got some serious, George Lucas universe shit
Yeah.
going on.
And then Jar Jar Binks was involved.
Never again.
Miss, I love Bible Answers!
Never again am I going to do that much backstory.
It was fun to think about for sure.
Yeah,
we think about so much stuff
We
that
thought
never
we were gonna
happens.
we thought we were going to do way more stuff.
We have our own
Indeed.
worlds in our heads that people never see.
So anyway, the alarm went off, and normally on our drinking show, shut up, fat ass. These are mine.
Those are ours, right?
Normally on the drinking show, we would go to a segment called Current Events with B, but instead we're just stop the camera.
Cheers to
Yeah.
season 3 of Bible Answers.
Aww.
Aged beer 30.
Kept in the most private wine cellars in France.
All right, so here we are, the third segment of our Bible Answers special.
Which is Current Events with B, where you guys normally interrupt anyway.
So we're going to talk about Bible Answers Season 3.
That's right. Season 3 was never supposed to happen.
No.
Not out of some weird sexual deal that I had with Jesse, but
We won't talk about that.
We
No.
thought it ran its course. And
How do we end it with Season 2?
Season 2, the show got canceled by Adam.
Yep.
And John got kicked
Kick his ass, John!
Yeah, John got arrested.
Right.
Right.
And
Which gave us
and thank
space-
you, Paul, by the way. We forgot to mention Paul
Oh,
Torwell.
yeah.
a
Paul
huge
Torwell.
contributor to this show.
He's a part of the show.
Supporter.
Yeah, I consider him a character in
Yes.
the show, just like John, Darren,
Yeah, absolutely.
Paul Torvald.
Paul
This
has
is great.
given- Yeah.
And especially by season 3, he really established as a character, as a call-in character.
Not only does he do his News Undies show, which is on YouTube, I found that he does a lot of improv and things like that. He's in an improv group.
Nice.
Shut your hole.
I
Yeah,
know
totally.
we can't forget, if we're going to mention Paul, we can't forget...
I wish we could watch him do his thing. But
That'd
we
be
obviously
nice.
don't live where he lives. But
Warwick, Rhode Island.
which would be cool to watch him
He
do
is
his
now
improv
mad
stuff.
because
Who
someone's
else were
gonna
we
come-
supposed to mention?
Claire.
Oh, Claire, right?
Claire.
yeah.
Claire's huge.
She's just bigger than us.
She's been a big
fan, big
of the
supporter.
show.
Big fan. I love it whenever
She's
she
helped
likes
us a
our
lot.
videos.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
brings a lot of new fans in. We
She
love that.
played. I'm not going to say herself,
No.
but a caller, because she played a Christian caller in episode 25, named Claire. In my Bible Answers world, that's how Claire became Claire. How Claire became an atheist.
Okay.
Because by season 3, she's like, "So John, you're a piece of shit."
Yeah.
And
Douche nozzle.
It seems to be like that's how you turn
douche nozzle.
callers on the show become atheists by calling the show, or
Yeah.
they are already atheists, pissing John off.
Yeah, and yeah, Claire was great to get involved. Paul Torvald was great to get involved, and actually, we got a lot of people involved in season 3, which was
a whole
awesome.
bunch.
Packard.
Yeah, Packard.
Yeah.
Sonic.
Thank you.
Definitely had a handful of people for season 2, but season 3 was like big.
Huge, yeah.
A lot more internet people involved.
Joe and Scene.
Joe and
Joe and Scene on.
Joe and Scene's take didn't work.
Oh, shit. I'm
Sorry about that.
But
Joe-
hey, thanks for supporting
But-
the show and winning the contest.
Yeah, he
that we had. They won a,
helped out a lot.
a DVD.
He won a meme contest,
Yeah,
and he won one of these
Yeah, he won season
fictional.
We may do more someday.
and signed by all 3 of us.
That was just season
we
1.
don't make them anymore,
Right.
so hey.
Yeah. There's no more copies of the season 2.
No, they're gone.
Sorry.
But if
Sorry.
you really want to have season 1 on DVD, you keep an eye on our Facebook, and you
Yeah.
may actually win one someday.
Or MySpace.
Or
Yeah, keep an eye on our
Nope.
MySpace. Guys, can
'Cause
we
we
talk
don't.
about
Okay,
relevant
okay.
stuff?
Yeah, sorry.
Christ.
what is that tie you're wearing? You've been wearing
this-
that all episode.
This is one of Pastor Green's ties. This is the one I know he wore when he unzipped his pants
Yes.
to Timmy, because when he unzipped his pants, if you notice, this part's longer,
He doesn't
which
know how
is
to
just
do
kind
it.
of funny. Yeah. This
I posted some photos, I think, of when you did that on Facebook as well, where you looked like just a child almost.
because I was wearing shorts.
Yeah, you looked like it made you look like a little kid wearing or a man dressed up as a little kid.
Yes.
It
I was a man child.
So Angus Young from AC/DC. But,
yeah, you pretty much. Yeah, it was.
So
pretty funny.
season 3.
yes.
What made me decide to do season 3 was realizing that we had enough call topics. And I had recorded a few here and there over the years on my phone, and I started a new job where you do repetitive work over and over, and you know, I had time to listen to stuff, and I'd be listening to the MP3s on my phone, and those would pop up, and they would, and I would, after a while, I stopped skipping them. I started listening to them, like, these are really great ideas, and then I started to realize those, plus some other ideas I had, like, we've got enough to do a 3rd season,
Well,
and that's when we announced it on YouTube.
You also told me that as a fan yourself, you kind of wanted to see a 3rd one.
Yes,
Just because a lot of things seem to come in 3s, anyways.
I made, one big thing that made me want to do season 3 was because I wanted to see season 3. I wanted to see, because we talked about in the last segment, the characters that we'd established.
We do love them. It's fun to play.
John Matthews, and found a great way to bring Pastor Green back.
I see you got the present I sent you.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Although
Show a good
there's been
prequel to the show. And
there's been several ideas. Pastor Green was always supposed to be back in season 3, but at one point
we
it
had
was
different ideas.
it was going to be that he was just back without explanation. And it was going to piss Darren off because it made no physical sense.
Right.
And it was going to be John and Pastor were going to co-host every episode. And they were going to sit on a couch. And it was going to be the magical traveling Bible couch.
Right.
Where there was a different background in a different city every time.
It was very high concept.
I'm not sure if it made any sense that
It
they
didn't
traveled
make any
anywhere.
sense. No, it was pointless.
Yes, we
was
traveled
fun.
to. Now we're in China.
And
Let's talk about Noah's Ark.
Yeah. One idea I liked
What?
was that they never got the concept of the travel scene, which was going to be green screen, and the couch would spin and then go back and then forward.
Sounds like Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's almost like the TARDIS and Doctor Who.
Oh, okay. And then, but it was supposed to be that they were going to act like they were spinning, and so John was always just going to go, "Whoa!" and Pastor Green would be like, drinking his coffee, like
Walk off as there's.
Yeah, like he
and then
didn't
walk back
like
in.
he never got it. So
Well, none of them did. John never got it either.
no, so we kind of
It looks
applied,
like a green background.
Yeah, we kind of applied some of that stuff in the Touching Children segment, where like you'd see one of them wandering, looking the wrong way.
Figured if it was before Bible Answers, then shouldn't it be worse? Even
Yeah.
though it looks a little better, but
Well, the reason why the Touching Children segment looked better than the original Bible Answers was because it was on the Jesus Network.
The Jesus Network.
TJN.
TJN.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Touching Children segment is supposed to be a prequel to the original Bible Answers,
Which was a public access show.
Yeah.
So
And
wouldn't have.
it wouldn't look as good, and you can tell people aren't good enough fans when we would occasionally get comments like, "Wait, wasn't Pastor Green in the dead?"
Yeah.
So you did not watch the
Pay
episode.
attention to the dialogue.
There's
You're too drunk when you watch.
keynotes. It's great that you drink, but pay attention aside to some small points.
Yeah.
It's just, we've got there's nuggets of goodies and joys.
Just being proper.
Yeah. I do like all the inner stories that we weaved in, even like John's cat.
You know, my cat just got married.
Yeah.
That never had any
No.
intention of going anywhere, but it just ended up becoming the cat story, and people picked up on it, which I really liked. There was more comments on that.
Yeah, they were rooting for Miss Pusspuss.
Here's what I think is interesting about the way that you write stuff. I know you're not a huge fan of writing things, but when you do it, you write it in bit by bit. Like you write segments and they roll up into something.
Yeah.
And you'll maybe slowly work new things into it. It's like
And then I'll go back and
I'll add this little part into there, which will lead into this.
because what I'll do is I'll look at what we have so far. I'll look at a whole, and I'll look at the conclusion we want, and then I'll think, how can we take these things and put them all together? Which there was supposed to be. Since we're talking about season 3, there was supposed to be so many different endings.
Oh yeah.
So how do you feel about the ending that we have, where John got shot by Adam, which was amazing?
Yeah, we should bring that up for sure. That was unexpected.
Killian, who played Adam, we had no intentions of having Adam
He
on
lived in
season
New York,
3.
and to point out, he turned Christian.
Yeah.
Of all things.
Yeah, but he still agreed to come on the show.
He doesn't watch the show anymore. He's not even...
We especially thought he would never play Adam again.
No.
Hey, viewers, guess what? We have a special guest today. It's Adam.
Thanks, John. Happy to be here.
You're welcome.
Okay, awesome. That was
Really
not
weird.
planned to have.
You had a totally different ending planned in mind.
It was going to be that John got into the pot brownies.
Yeah.
Right.
A few different endings was he just suddenly wanted to do something else, and he went off, and Darren followed him to the camera, and he was out on a hiking trail and fell off a cliff.
We toyed around with how we're going to do that.
It was one idea was we were going to throw an old camera phone off and you'd
John
see
just
it fall.
falls and hurts himself.
Another one was that again he got into the brownies, but there's more than pot in the brownies, and he received a message from God that he was an angel. And then he climbed on top of a water tower.
Take his pants off?
He took his pants or he was just in a robe, or he had his pants off.
Take your pants off.
And he was going to be like, people of Earth, I am an angel!
And then wear like a Santa hat
jumps
too.
off. So many different ideas. Pantsless, in
running
a row,
through like
or a Santa hat.
school and naked. And all
Yeah, there was
sorts of
going to be that you just got arrested instead, that you ran through
So
a
many
daycare naked, and you ran through McDonald's naked.
It
And
just
you
got ridiculous, the ideas.
Just
and then it came to something, so the fact that he could come back, and I mentioned the brief idea, I was like, would you be interested in doing an episode?
when you're talking to Killian.
Right. Because he was back for just like unexpected time, I just bumped into him in a Walmart, and I just happened to mention like, yeah, we're still doing it. Would you want to? I know you're not. I don't know if you want to do it. Maybe.
Would you want to reprise the role?
But he looks so different, obviously. But
He was down.
Still, he was down. I couldn't believe he was still down for it, and that
Yeah.
changed everything. It was such a great, fun way. It was like, well, let's make it simple.
Yeah.
Let's give her all these weird ideas.
Yeah, well, and we had already killed off the character by having John announce that Adam was gay and had killed himself.
Right.
Which was great because he was an annoying little fucking character.
You told them that I was gay and that I killed myself!
But
How great to make an unexpected event like this
then
show up.
then I knew we could have him, so I was like, okay, how about that was a lie? And
Right.
and he's mad, and he wants John, and evidently
Obviously, there's some.
He's vengeful.
They don't like each other.
Adam was always a little crazy. Just
Right.
look at the end of season 2.
And John's perfectly sane.
Yeah. Well, they're both nuts, and he blows away John. It is awesome that it turned out that way. That in the end, because Adam was kind of the protagonist in season 2, and he ended up becoming that in season 3. Now,
I don't know.
Excuse me.
one of the
Damn it! Sorry for our Canadian fans.
way to offend the Canadians. He offends the homosexuals.
No, I was
and the
saying
Japanese.
sorry. I love the Canadians. It's gonna happen again.
fuck
Very
up.
soon. Keep talking.
Anyway, the whole the whole thing of John getting shot.
Put these on Facebook.
I'm good. Okay, sorry.
Well,
I never sneezed during a drink with Coast to Coast.
I never did.
Well, it's not really a drinking with Coast to Coast.
Well, it's
The same format.
Yeah.
Ish.
Oh my God!
keep talking.
Anyway, John getting shot was the first idea. It's odd that it came back around. I definitely wanted John to get killed just to really say to people, hey, I'm done making Bible answers.
Yeah.
Because 6 hours of Bible answers is enough. But my God.
And there was a lot of ideas thinking like he's pissing. John's pissing a lot of people off in season 3.
Right.
So we thought it would be funny that he gets killed.
Yeah, I thought that we toyed around with a lot of ideas about maybe a whodunit kind of, or who we gonna make it the guy that does it, that kills him, or how's he gonna die?
One idea was Edmund Jean.
Yeah,
the red bandana guy was going to come back.
Season 1.
Yep. In fact, he was supposed to come in on episode 38 and attack John. The season originally, we thought we would run it over to 40 episodes, but it just, once we had Adam in it, I was like, we need to end it with Adam.
That's a huge reveal.
Yeah.
That no one would ever see.
Right.
I hope everyone loved it.
Yeah. It's so much better as an ending than just an episode, and then there's a couple more. Like, why would we do a couple more episodes after that?
Yeah.
But it was originally going to be Edmund Jean.
It was possibly almost a mid-season break idea. Wasn't there at one point?
No, I think I thought it would have made a good mid-season
Okay.
break. That Edmund Jean was going to shoot at him, but miss.
No.
And so many different fucking ideas that we went through.
We're creative people.
Work a way around it.
It comes down to, I've concluded that when I call up Jesse and I tell him the ideas, I'm like, it really just, we'll see what happens. I let him know about the different ones, but it doesn't mean it's permanent.
We do a lot of drunk phone calls.
Oh yeah, we talk like girls. We'll be on the phone for an hour and a half.
Yeah, we'll just talk forever
Oh my God.
all sorts of stuff
Wait,
that we
about
love
that.
with the shows and
Oh my God.
plans and things we want
That's
to
what
do.
they do.
I think B feels like he needs to talk about something. So, B, how's season 3 been for you?
It's been alright.
Okay, good talk.
It's great.
Yeah, no, it's still fun. It's fun playing Darren because Darren is really just me. I mean, so I don't have to act. I just show up and say lines.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I might not actually throw beer cans at somebody, or I'm more passive aggressive than I am aggressive.
We joke a lot of times that Darren would be cooler to have around more than B.
Right, right. Because
I want to meet Darren.
yeah, Darren is how I would be in real life if I wasn't such a pussy. But Nick writes all the stuff that I'm feeling or that I would say. So I just happen to be, I don't know. I've enjoyed it for the last 5 years.
Yeah, it has been 5 years.
It's been fun. So, I mean, before we wrap this up, I just want to say, thank you for writing this fun show on behalf of the fans and me. It's been a blast. It's been, it's been a lot of fun playing these characters. It's been a lot of fun, watching it evolve. And I'm just
fun watching it. Period.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be a part of what has become an internet sensation all across the nation.
Technically, it is
on
popular
the internet
all across the world.
Right, it is a popular
there
show.
are people that watch it.
It's not as popular as I believe it deserves to be.
No, it's not.
Sure.
But that's that's the thing with all genius after after the genius has died or stopped making shows, that's when people really start to notice.
I think he just complimented you.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
did.
That's
I mean,
weird.
that's why, you know,
There's a lot of bickering
He's
usually.
drunk.
Yeah.
The shirt's coming off.
You're so pretty.
You're pretty.
All right.
It has been a lot of fun.
Overall, Bible Answers experience for you.
It's been a lot of fun to play main character on the show. That if anyone comes to our site, I'm the main guy that you see. In any of the videos, mainly.
That's why I recently did a little bit of a change up with the whole going with the Gamercock theme,
right?
To show me more.
It's not. It's not just about me. It's all of us.
Yeah.
And we
mostly me.
It's
it's mostly him.
and
he has the computer.
Yeah, we're coming up with more stuff in the future too. Like I've got a show where I'm not going to be a main character. The Touching Children show that we had announced recently.
Timmy is the main character, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, my voice will be in it a lot, but I won't be seen as much. And you guys will probably be seen more than any of the humans.
Introducing Timmy to Bible Answers.
That was a fun.
Yeah, that was. We kind of slipped that. We slipped that one in.
That was another idea that just kind of popped in there. That was supposed to fill in those middle skits. You know how in season
originally a separate show idea, but.
Season 2 had those little bumps where
it slipped in perfectly.
They were like,
Answers.
wash your brain and things like that. And
how could you ignore something like that perfect idea to talk to a puppet about something like that?
Sick ass Bible stories. Yeah, the idea of what it became that was the idea. You know, we tell a fucked up Bible story in a kids show fashion.
How about a Bible quiz, Timmy?
A Bible quiz? Oh boy, nothing could be more fun!
And that's great. It was beautiful. And we originally shot just the first 4. And they were going to be spread evenly throughout season 3. And then other bumps were going to fill in. All those other bumps got kicked out. As soon as we saw the finished 4 episodes of Touching Children,
you could stop there.
I was like, we have to
do more.
So I wrote enough to fill the season.
At some point, I even cut my hair off, so like I didn't have long hair anymore.
That's actually why he's not in the last 2 Touching Children episodes. Is because he had already cut his hair.
You wanted to do more.
If you notice,
and I was like, well, that was past John. He had long hair.
Yeah, if you notice in the Touching Children episodes, John's hair is super long and funny looking, and that's because those were actually all shot. Those first ones were all shot before we started shooting season 3. Of Bible Answers, and then when he got his hair cut and we started filming that.
I had long hair. Real long hair.
Yeah, it was, you were looking pretty funny. I loved it when you parted it down the
It's
like, hi! Like,
hello, everybody!
I love
I kind of wish I would have worn my John Matthews vest and all that. But no, I got a big old honking beard right now. So.
Yeah, you don't really look like John at all.
Not at all.
Which is a good thing.
It's,
You probably don't want to be recognized on the
scaring you guys off. Yeah, that's the same. It's the same guy right there.
Your brother.
Same guy.
And look, Darren looks the same too.
Yeah, we don't even need a picture.
No, we don't need a picture. I just put my Cubs hat on. So yeah, I think
Bible Answers has been fun. Now the future.
Oh,
here it is, folks. The future of Bible Answers. Well, by now you've seen the last episode of Bible Answers. You're clearly not watching this still, having not seen that, unless you're just really fucking.
You're dumb.
Damn dumb.
Dummy.
God, it's dumb.
What? Dummy.
What? Stupid ass.
Dummy.
Really?
Anyway, so hopefully you saw at the end of the credits, at the end of everything. I always love it when movies reward you for sticking around.
Sure.
Darren waking up from a drug-induced dream, indicating that what you saw happen may not be what happened. I would like to be able to make future episodes of Bible Answers, but it's never going to be in a season form. It'll just be. I can't say that we'll never make episodes again.
But they're gonna be one-off.
Yeah, it's just going to be like an episode here, an episode there.
Technically, as you said this before. More seasons weren't meant to happen.
Right. Every time a season ended, we said that was it.
We're not going to do another. Yeah.
So now, season 3's over. We're done with the season stuff.
Yep.
The
The show is officially over. It's done.
It is, yes.
The series is done.
But
most of our fans came here for Bible answers.
And I love the show, and there's still more weird stuff in the Bible. And when I get enough stuff together, I would like to make some more Bible Answers episodes here and there.
Guess you'll just have to see what happens
Yeah,
next.
just keep following us.
See what we come up with.
We'll just see. So
it may not always be Bible Answers, but
right now the show's over.
Yeah.
Definitely over.
So, cheers to that. Cheers to 5 years of Bible Answers again.
My beer's empty.
Whoa. There you go.
Bible Answers.
Bible Answers.
I spit in that one. I'm just
Good.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Fuck off!